My name is Dean Fernandes. I'm the General Manager of Application Services for Nortel Networks.
I was told about Web Live. That sounds very interesting. If you could tell me in detail what exactly is Web Live and is it
It's Web.Live is the next generation of communications for Nortel. Today, the problem that we have is that the communication means that we have, they provide a certain functionality. So having this conversation is one way to communicate. Having a conversation on a telephone is another way. The problem with telephone communications is that it's not very interactive, right? And on the telephone, you can't tell where people are, so you can't understand in context. So what we've done is we've created a new communication application, so it's more interactive between the people who are on the call. It's based on enterprise as opposed to based on consumer. Now it can be used for consumer, but what we did is we made it enterprise grade instead of consumer grade, and we're focused on the enterprise environment.
What made Nortel jump onto the virtual world manual?
For us, it's a natural evolution from where we come from a communication perspective. We feel it's the next generation set of communications. It's interactive. It provides a different way for people to communicate and more effectively. So not only can you communicate via audio, but now you can get information based in context, right? So the learning in that environment is a better learning environment than traditionally on a telephone or an audio call. And you can do things in this environment that you can't do on an audio call, right?
So is this still in the testing stage for this?
Right now we're in the beta phase. We will be releasing it at the first customer ship at the end of December, and we already have our first free beta trial customers signed up.
So what kind of businesses have shown an interest in this?
We have two really main businesses, and the first one we call is web media or e-commerce. So what we have is customers who are coming to us and saying on their website they want to decrease their abandonment rate. They want more people to stay on this site and they want to buy products. So with a plugin we can have a virtual environment on their web page. So their customers can come in and see all their products virtually and communicate with each other in the virtual environment as well. That's the first one. The second one is around learning. Learning is a very big one for us. So what this environment does is it puts learning in a different perspective. Today, online training is really audio with instant messaging chat, and you don't really get to learn it within context. This allows you to learn within context and communicate more effectively with your peers.
What is 3D voice and how has that been incorporated into this?
3D voice or spatial audio, that's really the most important part of this. And the reason for that is that today on an audio call, I can't hear where the people are sitting. So in today's environment, if someone's talking, like when you're talking to me, I can hear you in my right ear, and if someone's talking, I can hear in my left ear, and we hear within stereo. So I can hear all the noise that goes around in this environment. You can't do that on an audio call. So what we have is spatial audio. So it allows me to hear within stereo, but it also gives you audio within context. So if you walk away from me now, your voice goes down. On an audio call, because this headphone's connected, you don't do that. In the virtual reality world, as you walk away, your voice goes down as well. So that means that people can have a conversation over here, and you and I can still have the same conversation. You couldn't do that in an audio call.
What are the benefits of Web.Live in comparison to other popular virtual tools?
The biggest one is voice, as I said. The other ones don't have voice. And the other benefit is that we were built for enterprise. We're not built for consumer. So the ones that were built for consumer, they're now trying to get in the enterprise market, whereas we build it for enterprise. And we're building on specific use cases that our customers that come to us for. So it's very focused on the enterprise environment as opposed to consumer environment.
And in terms of security?
It'll interact with whatever security methods you have in place in the enterprise today. We have a product called Secure Portable Office, which is USB stick where you can plug in and you can access on any computer securely. Or we have our own internal one. So whatever, we just interact with whatever security system is in place today.
Talking about this region in particular, why would something like virtual worlds make sense to businesses in this region, some of whom haven't even got gone around to adopting something like telepresence?
Well, so telepresence and virtual reality, they're not mutually exclusive. They can work together. And I don't think that you can. It's not you have to buy telepresence first, and you buy WebDAV Live. You can buy WebDAV Live first. Depends on what you need it for. Telepresence is very good if you want to have a video conference, and it's got very good interactive capabilities. But WebDAV Live is the next level of experience, and you can have that experience today and interact with telepresence. It's important in this region, I think, because this region is growing so fast. There's a lot of e-commerce going on. There's a lot of learning going on. There's a lot of need for this region to communicate more effectively with people within the region, but also outside the region. So I think this environment will help provide that interactive communications.
How do you see businesses embracing? How soon do you see businesses embracing virtual worlds as a very normal way to do business?
You know what? I was very surprised at how fast companies are picking up in 2008. So we only went to alpha trial this year, and we've already got customers who are lined up to participate in trials with us. I think that next year is going to be the year where people start to adopt it, and I think that 2010 is when you're going to see a really big explosion. End of 2009 into 2010, as the product becomes more mature, and as more and more people start to understand the value, you'll see more and more people start to adopt it.
So would you be actively pushing it in the Middle East as of now?
I think you should be adopted right now. They said we're going to have first customer ship at the end of December, but us being in this region right now shows that there is a need for it, and there are a lot of people asking for it in this region, as well as in North America and Canada as well.
So you're already offering it as an option to businesses?
Right now what we're doing, absolutely, we're offering as trials. We have a very robust trial package, so that not only can we go in there through our discovery phase, through consulting, to find out what the requirements are, we build a prototype. And then in the prototype, it's a working prototype, so you can actually see how it works and it meets your needs. And we're offering that today. And unfortunately, right now, what you can't hear is the spatial audio. So if you put the headsets on, you'll be able to hear the waterfalls. And as you walk away from the waterfall, the sound will go lower. It's based on spatial audio. There's multiple avatars that you can create, and we're adding more and more avatars, and we're making sure that we have the appropriate regional specific avatars. So if you walk in, for example, the building can be set up to any building that you want. One of the customers that we're working with right now wants to build a virtual environment instead of building an actual building. So we've designed this, and the good thing about this, because it's virtual reality, is you can build the building any way you want. It doesn't have to constrain to today's laws of physics. So if you continue to walk here, continue to walk out. Here's the auditorium. So I'll show you what an auditorium looks like, where we've actually held internal meetings with Nortel. So you can see walking like a normal building. You can see what the agenda is here. So just picture some of the events that are happening in the World Trade Center that we've done here as well. So you walk down, and here is an environment. So figure you can do this for a learning environment or a collaboration environment, right? And you can stand here and you can talk to each other. There can be a person on the stage who can talk as well. When the person on the stage talking, if we had two people here talking, the person on the stage couldn't hear. You can also zoom in on the slides. So you can zoom on the slides and you can see what the slides are saying. And you have a person up here who can actually control the slides. So I can go on the stage. And if I stand right here with the microphone, as I talk, it's called Omni Voice. Everybody in the audience hears. And we can get out of the environment. And you can build the environment to whatever you want it to look like. we have the capability to add slides in here and to stream video. So if you want to put a slide up, you can insert the slides and you can click on them and move them. You can also put video in there for web streaming.